Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to just pop in really quick and I wanted to talk about some energy that we're going to be experiencing for the next, I guess, month or month and a half as we move through the eclipse season and we move through some new and full moons. And I believe it is going to be a change agent that's going to shift a lot of things in our lives and in the world around us. And so I wanted to explain some of the energy and even talk about how it might be easier for you to navigate through this energy as we move forward. So, very interesting new moon we have starting out almost what it looks like a cycle to me because all the energies seem to be threaded together. I do feel that the energy is really going to be uh, intense, you could say. And I think that same theme will kind of carry through. But I think with the willpower that we have with this new moon, this may be really kind of starting it off. The thread that goes through all the different energies is really showing us that we are ending cycles because the gate 42 is featured in three of these particular moon phases and two of the eclipses. So, and it does come in different lines. So it is almost like saying, okay, we're finishing up some cycles, we're ending things, and things are going to start like from the gate 42, they could be maximizing what you already have and kind of getting everything you can. It's like a fruit tree and you pick all the fruit off it and you're finished with it. Alternatively, you could decide that you're going to take some of the fruit that you got from that fruit tree and you're going to do something with it, maybe start a business where you're starting to can fruit, and then that is sort of maximizing the benefits, but it's also sort of starting a new cycle. You're doing something brand new with the fruits of this particular tree. Alternatively, it could be where the fruit tree is at the end of its cycle and you have to plant a new fruit tree because it basically is finished. So you have to get rid of that fruit tree and move on. So these are all the ways that we could be looking at this energy working through. And this, like I said, is going to be going right from March 10th. And I would say right to the full moon that happens on April 23rd. So kind of a good chunk of time where we're going to be impacted by this energy. The biggest thing that I see kind of being an overarching theme that we can see happening as these moon cycles go through and the eclipses is this idea of people wanting to keep the status quo, people wanting to keep everything the same, and then this kind of other perspective where the universe is saying, okay, now it's time to change. We're actually done with this cycle. We have to move on. So this is sort of the beginning. We have this new moon happening on March 10th, and it's really sort of bringing things to the light. We also have global willpower, and that's going to be through the channel 2551, which is an impactful channel. It's the channel of the priestess or shaman. It can bring awakening experiences. It can bring shocking experiences. It can bring like a before and after kind of energy where you have something like life was like this before this happened, and life is like this after this happened. And this is basically saying, even under the oppression that we can have in life, that's the gate 47, to be able to see the light within every part of your life. And sometimes you can't see the light because it only looks like darkness, but knowing that this too shall change. And this is what this energy is really bringing us. This too shall change. And right now, there is so much global energy that is not beneficial to humanity that's happening. There's a mindset that says, my people are better than your people, which is very tribal. We look at the perspective from the cross of planning, the global cycle we are finishing up. Everything is getting louder. We have a rise in my people against your people, my religion against your religion. And what this is bringing is this crescendo of energy that's saying, okay, we're all people. And maybe it's time to move past all the things that are holding us back because ultimately, if you're looking at your human design and this is what we're talking about, it is about living the experience of being in your body, living a life on planet Earth. And, a lot of the times we're looking at spirituality or religion or those types of things, and we're saying, okay, well, when I get to the other place, when I, ascend, when I feel enlightened, I'm going to have this, this, and this. When I go on that vacation from the most mundane things, when I finish my job, when I change my job, when I get married, when I have kids, it's always a when I, as opposed to looking at the moment you have in this right now and saying, this is what I have. I'm here to live this life. I'm here to be in this body. And as we move into uh, April, when we have Neptune moving into the gate 25, the opposition of which is the gate 46, this body experience is going to be something that is really, really valuable, not just to how you look or how you feel, but it really is this idea of connection with the world around you because we do have body consciousness. And unfortunately, what we've done is we've decided that our minds are so much more important than our bodies, and that our minds can tell us. One of the analogies I like to use because I feel it really kind of encapsulates how we can bypass our body and our body consciousness is if you don't know how to swim and you see this pool and your mind says, well, you're going to sink, you're not going to come up again, and you're finished. Alternatively, you get in the water and you float because you relax and you just lean into it, or you float, you just flow into it. And that's the truth. The truth is that the mind that we talk, the things that we say to ourselves, the way we kind of expect things to be a certain way, and if they're not that way, it's not going to look that, it's not going to be good enough. It really stymies and pulls us back from our destiny. It stymies this idea of being able to see what is meant for us. And our body is the only way that we can actually see because it will lead us to where we need to be. And I know that I'm digressing, but I think it's like a preparation that we have for this big monumental moment where Neptune is returning to this area after about 165 years. So it is big, and we don't have the energy in the collective right now. I will make a video talking more about Neptune moving into the gate 25 because it is kind of a very interesting energy. But ultimately, here we are. We are in a moment of a lot of crisis, a lot of believing in something more than what we see, understanding that what you see in this moment isn't all there is. Life is always shifting, life is always unfolding. And to believe that what you have in this moment is all you will ever have is really minimizing the ability that you have to kind of connect with something bigger. Because if you always think that you're always going to get what you always got, that's what you will get, as opposed to being open. And this isn't about expectation, because as soon as you have expectation, I have A, B, and C, and if I don't get A, B, and C, then I'm not going to be satisfied with what I get. Alternatively, it's like opening yourself to the universe. I really want to get this new job. I really want to get a new relationship. I really would love to have somebody respect me and understand me, type of thing. And to be open to who comes or what comes in your trajectory, as opposed to looking for that one thing that you feel will make you happy. Life is about all the little moments that build. And if you look at, for instance, the gate 9, which is part of the cross of planning, it really is talking about every little step is leading you somewhere. It's all leading to something new, and you don't know what it is. And so to look at the world with wonder as opposed to fear, and that's key, and to look at the world with wonder as opposed to fear, and to see that there is something beyond the loudness of planet Earth right now. Humanity is in a place where we can't keep going this way. And so now it's time where the universe is going to say, okay, it's done. Now, the choice we have is to move with the flow or to move against it. Ultimately, you know how that works out. When you move with the flow, you go where you're meant to go. When we're talking about the flow, I'm literally I'm not talking about what people say or what people do or what the collective is doing. I'm talking about you connecting with your inner knowing, you connecting with your body, you connecting with your body consciousness, and understanding that you know where you need to go. So as we move forward into this energy, really seeing the world for what it is and understanding that you are part of the world, you will be directed to where you need to go. And all you need to do is let go. and allow whatever is meant to be to come into your world. And with that said, I will be back soon. Until next time, take care and bye for now.